Hi, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday to you. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Mickey, how are you doing today? Yes. Are you surprised? What's in his hand? What's in his hand? You see the flowers? That's we haven't been outside. We haven't been outside, but he's got his flower. He's hanging out with Abby. I have to look at him because sometimes he gets a little over enthusiastic. Gentle, Mick, gentle. So my peoples, what's happening? What's happening? It's what's happening here? It's 60 degrees. A little on the cool side, a little. There's no sun yet, but the sun have a tendency to come up mid-morning, so I'm hoping that's the case. But right now we are just taking it easy on this, and in a little bit I'm getting ready to have school with Mickey, and hopefully we're gonna get outside and have some fun, some sun. But how are you guys doing? I wanted to come up here and say hi before my day get away with me. Mickey, how are you today? Mickey is all over the place. He is getting ready to be 3, and all those different hormones, they're kicking in. But other than that, he's doing good. How are you guys doing today? Hey, for those of you who happen to stumble on my channel, I'm Beverly, and the name of my channel is, if you read my introduction, my name is Beverly Alexander, and this is not on my face. No, this is not on my soapbox, because I'm not here to talk down to anybody. I don't have all the answers to the questions. I can talk about my life. That's what I talk about, my life, the things that I go through, how I deal with it or don't deal with it, how it catches up with me, how I deal with my responsibilities or not, how I handle my circumstances or not. Sometimes it's a hit or a miss, but for the most part, I give my 110. If it didn't work that time, I'll go get some more information and try it again, come at it in a different angle. But this is where I am. I'm feeling a little, not, I don't even know, maybe I didn't rest well or whatever it is. I'm feeling a little achy. Nana don't have time for achiness. But I feel a little achy. And I went to sleep pretty early too, so maybe I need some sun in me. It's Thursday already, guys. Can you believe it? Today is what, the 9th? The 8th? The 8th. Wow. Wow. It's just, time is just going. I hope your family is in a good place. I hope there is some ebb. I hope there's a flow right now, not an ebb. I hope there's a flow right now, that everything's just chill. Everything's just chilled, because I know from day to day, excuse me, things can get pretty messy. So I just want to come online and just share my thought. I have a very simple thought, and it's not going to take really long either. If you read the thumbnail, it says, how do you show up for yourself? How do you show up for yourself? For some people, that's all they do, to show up for themselves and nobody else, right? That's just their nature. you know, to each his own. And then, for some other people, all they do is show up for others. Show up for others. They just have to hear somebody's in need and they're gone. Right? Which one are you? Do you show up only for yourself and not for others? Or do you show up for others and not for yourself? But in everything, there has to be a balance. Especially for women. Women would give and give and give and give and give and give and give. And then maybe perhaps whatever is left over, they'll keep it for themselves. That is not a godly principle. But somehow society has taught us that that's how we should be as women. Men are not like that. No. Men try to do as minimal as possible. Is it a good thing? I'm not saying that either. And I'm not saying all men. I'm not saying all men. But men has the ability to stop when they're tired, do exactly what they need to do, and get you to do what you've asked them to do, because we can't wait. You know, so I learn from men a lot. I learn about their mentality, you know, how they prioritize, how they can put first things first, unlike a lot of us female people. But the question is, how are you showing up for yourself? Guys, text me. Let me know how you show up for yourself. If you're showing up for yourself, how do you show up for yourself? I want to hear how you show up for yourself. Do you even know how to show up for yourself? Gentle Mickey, what do you do for yourself? What is a must for you and what is a no-no? How have you showed up for yourself over the years? And how long have you been showing up for yourself? Guys, help me out, because I really want to see who's showing up for themselves, how they're showing up for themselves, why they're showing up for themselves, and how long they've been showing up for themselves. Because there's a reason why so many of us are frustrated and angry and depressed. Because we are not giving to ourselves what's needed, and we expect others to do it for us. And so when it's not done, we get frustrated. So how are you showing up for yourself? And what are you doing for yourself when you show up? You know, I could talk about my stuff. You know, I could talk about my stuff. Listen, I take walks. Walking is important to me. You know, being in the Word. I know I say it and people say, oh, baby, you always got to be you got to get so heavy. It's not about getting heavy. And Mickey, it's not about getting heavy. And it's not about It's not about religion. It's about what helps me to have a balanced life. You hear what I'm saying? I'm telling you the gospel truth. When I'm in God's words, I get clarity. It settles me. It stables me. It keeps the depression and the frustration and the insecurities at bay. And keep some of them, help me to dissipate help some of those things to be gone. So I show up for myself because I know that's what I need. I show up for myself through the Word and through prayer. That is the most important thing for me. Because when I'm like this, I could go to the Word, I could go to God and get some. Guys, I am telling you what works for me. I am not advocating for Bible reading. I'm not this time, not today. I will on another day, but right now I'm not advocating Bible reading and prayer giving. That's not what I'm advocating. I'm advocating how I show up for myself. You hear? I show up for myself by asking myself questions. Bev, why are you feeling this way? Bev, why did you do that? Bev, are you doing what you said you're going to do? Bev, are you going in the direction in which you need to go to help you accomplish the things you want to accomplish? This is how I show up for myself. I show up to myself through conversation. Conversation is key. And another thing that helps me to show up for myself, I look at shows that brings me satisfaction. I don't watch everything, but I look at stuff that's gonna make me feel better about my humanness, for lack of a better word. Right? So that's how I show up for myself. I show up for myself by being conscious, being present in what I'm doing, and so I'm not in a daze, because sometimes you need to be in a daze. You need to, go into the fantasy world. You need to be in the fantasy world sometimes. But I show up for myself in a very present way. And listen, it's a daily thing. It's a daily thing. I show up for myself by making sure my relationships are good. That's good for me. When my relationships are in harmony, I'm showing up for myself because I need my relationships. I do. I'm that type of person. That's my personality. I need my relationships to be in order. So I check in. That's how I show up for myself. I show up for myself and I take care of myself. I check in on my emotional well-being. I show up for myself sometimes. I shop. I'm not a big shopper, but sometimes, not that I need something, but I get a little something. Steven, what's up, brother? How are you doing? How is your baby? I can't even imagine what she is now. 5, 6, I don't know. How are you, brother? Are you good, man? Are you good? Please be good, man. You're always my dude. You're always my dude. I hope you're good. So, like I've said, sometimes I show up for myself, and I do a little retail therapy. Not that I need anything, but just to, just get myself, a little new something. Some shoes or a piece of clothes or perfume. I'm a perfume person. I love perfume, so you come to my space, you see I got all types of perfume because I love smells. And that's how I show up for myself, but we have to show up for ourselves. We can't just be wandering through life, dilly-dallying and not checking in. The best way that I've found to show up for myself is to check in with myself and ask myself questions. Bevy, how you doing today? How you doing today, Bevy? Bevy, you acting a little weird, Bevy. What's going on? Bevy, your response was a little harsh, Bevy. What's going on? Bevy, you're doing a little ignoring there, Bevy. What's going on? Bevy, why are you still in bed, Bevy? What's happening? I check in by literally checking in. Because if I don't check in, I'll check out. If I don't check in, I'll check out. And when I check out, it's harder to check back in, and I don't want to check out. There were times when I checked out and I couldn't. It was hard for me to find my way back. So I don't mess with that checking out thing. That's me. So I show up for myself by being present. I show up for myself by asking myself questions. I show up for myself by doing nice things for myself. I show up for myself by staying in the Word. I show up for myself by staying in prayer. I show up for myself by making sure my relationships are okay. I show up for myself by making sure I'm okay, because that's an everyday thing. Because from moment to moment, the shift takes place. It could be a song, a word, a response, the way the wind blows. Listen, anything. You minding your own business and whoop, you off track. You down the rabbit hole. I don't like being down the rabbit hole. unnecessarily. Sometimes I know I have to be there, but I don't want to be there unnecessarily, and I'm not trying to take myself there unnecessarily. So I'm always checking and make sure that I'm in a good space, I'm in a good vibe. And if I'm not, I'm asking my question, yourself my question, Bevy, what's up? What's going on? Why are you feeling that way? Is this your reality or is this your perception? Listen, I talk to people, but trust me, I talk to myself. That's what my walk is for. I talk to myself. I have my most honest conversations with myself when I'm walking. I'm talking a lot too. People say, "Oh, Bev is crazy." I don't care. I want the right answers. I want to make sure everything is okay. Sometimes I'm talking to myself and Mickey's answering me. And I have to say to him, it's okay. It's okay, Papi. It's okay. Nana is okay. Nana was talking to herself. You ever talk to yourself and hear yourself answering back? That's me. I'm not crazy. I'm honest. I'm honest. So that's what it is. How do you show up for yourself? We make time for everybody else. First, we need to make time for ourselves. So that's what I got. Nothing long. Tell me how you show up for yourself. If you show up for yourself, what's your process? When have you been doing that? When was the last time you've done it? How is it working for you? Why is it necessary? Let's have a conversation about this. Okay, let's have a conversation about this because I want to get your feedback. I want to see how you operate. So talk to me. Come on, guys. Let's have a conversation going. I'm going to ask a question on Facebook also, but I need you guys to respond to me. So listen, that's all I have. I got to go take care of my grandbaby. We got things to do. I love you. Listen, give you 110. Give you 110. No regrets, no remorse, no excuses. Eyes wide open. That which a person doesn't acknowledge, you cannot fix or change. So don't run away. Don't run away. Let's be people who deal with our stuff. All right? So I love you. I love you to bits and pieces. I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.